Crashouts are an inevitable event to everybody in life, whether it's rage baiting someone into crashing out, witnessing someone crash out in public, or be the person that is crashing out. We've all seen it happen, especially in anime where motherfuckers will take the term crashing out and push it to its utmost limits. So today we're gonna be talking about a few different anime clips that just show how anime crashouts need to be studied in a damn lab, because we need a better word for these motherfuckers other than crashing out to describe the most absolute heinous displays of behavior I've ever seen. First crash out we gonna talk about is actually pretty recent. We got Rudo crashing out on Amo from Gachiakuta. Now before we get to the actual crash out, y'all need to understand what led up to it. Since the very first episode of Gachiakuta, Rudo had some well-established trauma because of homegirl over here, Chiwa, who he used to have feelings for, but when he was accused of murdering his adoptive father, she deadass switched up on him the second bro was gonna get Lion King and thrown into this pit. Safe to say, he has some pretty bad memories of his hometown and this girl. So Rudo and the cleaners run into Amo, and she was putting them under some insane manipulation tactics with these stank ass boots she wear. Nah, like, I'm being for real. It's stench deadass puts them under a hypnosis, and this hypnosis basically makes them think Amo is this person that they used to care for in the past, keyword used to, inadvertently making the ones who fell under the hypnosis protect her and attacking the other cleaners who weren't hypnotized. And guess who Rudo saw when he was under the hypnosis? Yeah, homegirl Chiwa. And bro, Rudo seeing or being reminded of his past with Chiwa is like when a bull sees the color red. This motherfucker just flips out. Unbeknownst to everyone, this hypnosis was the ultimate rage bait for Rudo. Thankfully, this dude Tammy whips out his little weird ass trinket which restrained them and managed to snap them out of the hypnosis. And after all that, they learned how to counter Amo's hypnosis, and Engine yanked her stank ass boots away so she couldn't use them anymore. Ayo, but keep this dude Engine. Why the fuck are you smelling them shits? This down badass dude, bro. She wasn't wearing socks with them shits either. Ah, hell no. Anyways, Rudo finally gets up and without saying anything, just takes his mask off. So almost started taunting his bitch ass, saying he wanted more of that boot stench, which was quite literally the dumbest thing she could have done in this situation. She clearly could not see the danger, because look at this motherfucker Rudo eyes, bro. Bro has the exact same eyes when Yuji left right goodnight Itadori was walking down Mahito. Amo taunting this dude after bro just saw his entire reason for hating might as well be her stealing her fate. This shit was about to end badly, because all Rudo does is walk up to her without saying a single word, cocks his arm back. Everything slows down, and this is where I genuinely thought the rest were about to step in and make sure none happened. But then he just proceeds to just clock her ass square in the jaw, and everybody is genuinely befuddled by this shit, because they literally saw the reincarnation of Chris Breezy just get summoned within Rudo. And you know the crazy part? He didn't even stop there. So after the first punch, Amo was seeing straight stars, completely in shock that a guy dare sock her ass. Then it just cuts to Rudo, and bro, are we sure this dude is on the side of good? Like, this is the type of face you make when a player sells your parlay. Like, bro, that is a different type of rage, bro. And then this dude Rudo literally got on top of her and was pulling straight combos on her ass. He wasn't stopping. Like, bro, where are the refs? Please do something about this shit. This is not fair. This was the equivalent of going 100% on your little brother in a fighting game after he calls you ass because he took a stock off you. Straight belt to ass. And then these fake ass refs want to go up and pull him off her when she already sleep, and then go, yo bruh, she's just a girl, chill, you ain't gotta do all that. Like, twin, if you really didn't want him doing all that, you would have stopped him after he threw the first haymaker. Stop lying. These motherfuckers were probably hitting the speed trying not to laugh face see Rudo crash out on this girl if he did, for real. Nah, but in all seriousness, Rudo is still on some bullshit, because he proceeds to say that the fact she's a girl ain't mean shit to him because she almost killed them and toyed with their emotions and shit, which, although not completely justified, I guess I get where he's coming from. That Engine was saying, alright bro, that's cool and all, but how we getting any info out of her? And that's when Rudo realized his dumbass put to sleep the only person that had the information that they were looking for. And Engine, knowing that Rudo realized he kind of fucked up, had a little mentor and student talk. And bro, all I gotta say is this dude Engine ain't shit, bro. When Rudo was expressing how much he hated acting like a dumbass, you wanna know what this dude said in response?
I like hot chicks. Like really hot chicks.
Is this nigga
serious?
Like, bro, Tato Chip, what are we talking about? Anyways, that's the end of Rudo's Crash Out. Genuinely one of the craziest ones to come out as of recently. But this next Crash Out we gonna talk about will probably go down in history for one of the most OD and most iconic Crash Outs of all time. We have Gon versus Pito from Hunter x Hunter. Now, I talked about Killua in a few of my previous videos. His Godspeed is definitely tough, but Gon during the entire second half of the Chimera Ant arc was on timing. And bro, his Crash Out had levels to this shit, and it just got even worse as the arc progressed. And it all started when Pito cooked this dude Kite right in front of Gon, who was basically his older brother slash father figure. And Gon thought he was just badly injured and could be healed by Pito. So when they raided the Chimera Ant at the palace, Gon was looking for Pito, who they found treating and healing this girl that was important to the Ant King. And Pito was begging Gon, saying she'll do anything he wanted, but just needed to save her at any cost. But Gon wasn't having any of it. He said, save what? And when Killua tried to jump in the conversation, Gon for real said some, Killua, fuck off, I'm asking the questions here. And staring at Pito like Rudo was staring at Amo earlier, with them damn demonic ass eyes. They telling you everything, bruh.
This nigga is crazy.
Mind you, that is his homeboy that he just told to fuck off. Every sense of logic within this kid has completely flown out the window. All that's in his mind is getting back at Pito so she can heal Kite. And Killua is trying to reason with him as much as possible so that he doesn't crash out right then and there, saying that the girl Pito is healing actually needs to be healed. But Gon looks back at him saying, Killua, if you don't shut your bitch ass up, you want me to trust that this thing will do what I say? Like, bro, Gon is so far gone that he is letting the racist hating intent get to him and letting his battle stench fill the entire room. Bro was even about to slime out Pito along with a fragile girl who had nothing to do with their beef right then and there. But Killua reminds him that if he kills Pito, they can't save Kite. So Gon decides to sit and wait right in front of Pito. He was ready for that fucking fate. So after waiting a little bit, Pito takes Gon to Kite's body, but unfortunately, it was already too late. Kite had been dead, and in his mind, at this point, bro had nothing to lose. And then Gon, and his exact words were, I don't care what happens to me now. I will use everything. I'm going to kill you. And then started morphing into a literal demon. Like, bro, you're meaning to tell me that this and this are the same people? Ah, hell nah. And if you watched the series throughout its entirety, the signs were always there that Gon was low-key crazy as fuck. Like, he was low-key a psychopath. He just never had a reason to hurt somebody until now. And when Pito tried to swipe at him after he transformed, he vanished and reappeared right behind her. And look at him, bruh. He aged himself and has hair long as fuck that you would need a skybase to see that shit. Man, Wemby wouldn't even be able to see the top of that shit. And then he nonchalantly tells Pito to follow him outside. And bro, what is with motherfuckers not knowing that you should never mess with a motherfucker that is crashing out, but at the same time calm? Like, do the alarm bells just not go off? Even Yukimiya can see this shit and he's blind as fuck. So because of her complete ignorance, Pito tries to sneak Gon. And bro, she might as well have let herself get dunked on by prime DeAndre Jordan, because that's basically what happens. Gon sidesteps her shit quick as fuck. Like, bro, there were barely any frames on that shit. And Pito knew in that moment she was completely cooked. And Gon is just looking at her like,
is this nigga serious?
And then sends old girl to the moon with this diabolical ass kick. And he ain't stopped there. As Pito was falling back to the ground, Gon uses his Jajunkin and sends her through the entire forest. Oh my god. And at this point, it was wrapped. She was basically dead already. It was just her Nen ability controlling her unconscious body. And Gon just kept going until she wasn't moving anymore. He summoned his biggest Jajunkin he has ever produced, and he didn't even give a fuck that Killua was in the area. He blew that bitch up, completely obliterated her ass. And yeah, that was Gon's Crash Out, one of the most iconic ones of all time within anime, no doubt. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want me to make a part 2 and do more clips than just 2, let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next one. We out this hoe.